Hell on the Border is a 2019 Western film written and directed by Wes Miller that tells a story that is based off of my 5-times great-grandfather, Bass Reeves, the first African-American deputy U.S. Marshal west of the Mississippi River, known for killing 14 people and arresting over 3,000. Michael Brophy did the cinematography and Sid De La Cruz did the music. I'm gonna be frank here, I'm no expert on this part of history, I only had a smidgen of knowledge, but I heard this film is largely inaccurate, so that's one more nail in this film's coffin. The film follows Bass Reeves, played by David Giussé, and Charlie Storm, played by Ron Perlman, to capture Bob Dozier, played by Frank Grillo, who was the most famous outlaw in this territory, but the catch is that Charlie himself is an outlaw. Regarding the cinematography and production quality, despite having 5 production companies and 18 companies overall, the movie is on par with movies you'd find on YouTube or the History or Discovery Channel. This is just one of these films that's so firmly centered on the lower end of averagely bad movies that in that regard it's not particularly noteworthy, although it is mildly enjoyable. Other than the premise and the soundtrack, the only notable part is we get to hear Ron Perlman use racial slurs. The soundtrack isn't bad, but it doesn't fit the whole setting. It feels way too modern, and the fact they chose to use these songs is very telling of the film they actually wanted to make. Honestly, the best part about Hell on the Border is the potential it has to tell the oft-unsung story of Bass Reeves, something this mediocre Western didn't get right. Like, if I didn't already know this was based on a true story, I'd think it's completely made up, which, since this is based on a real person and a pretty important person, it is a pretty big deal. If you want an actually good Western, you should watch the Harvey Girls, or even the Dollars trilogy. Overall, I'd rate Hell on the Border at 4 out of 10.
And that'll be the video. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please be sure to follow me on social media.